Hey everybody, Sean Holsinger here from HolsingersFlyShop.com, bringing another fly time video like always. And this one is, I was looking through my Fly Tyer Magazine, just got in the mail there last week, and was thumbing through it, and I saw a pattern that I just had to tie, and I got to add it to my box, and I figured it would be a good one for you to add to yours too, so I figured I'd share it with you. Except I'm going to tie it the way that I want to tie it, and it was one by Ritt. He had a really good article on pale morning duns, a bunch of different variations on pale morning duns, but one that I saw that really stood out to me was the Tung-Syn Pheasant Tail. Syn for synthetic, S-Y-N. And it's a synthetic pheasant tail. You know how I like to tie with synthetic materials. I like the naturals catch fish, but I like to have fun and try different things and play around. I didn't have some of the colors that he called for, but I figured out different ways to do it with what I had. And I'm going to show you the way that I tied it with what I had instead of how he tied his. Gives you the same exact look. So I think you're really going to enjoy this pattern, and it's going to work well for you too. I'm tying it in a size 12 in the video. Definitely tie it smaller. The size 12 isn't going to be too big, but you know, early spring it's going to be a great size. But as the summer goes on, you're going to want to tie it smaller, and you're probably going to want to drop down in size from medium to a small D rib. So have fun tying it. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, here you see the fly in the vise. Let's get into tying it. Pretty simple. So for a hook, we're going to use a Firehole 637. This is a size 12 hook. The bead is a Firehole 3.5 millimeter gold tungsten bead, and hence the name Tung-Syn. And then we're just going to start our thread on there. For a thread, I'm using 140 Denier brown, rusty brown actually. And I'm going to put my tail on first. For a tail, I'm going to take 2 strands of Krystal flash, and I'm going to fold it in half so I get 4 sticking out the back. We're just going to tie that on top, get it started there, and then I'll trim this off. Oops, I want to get it to the right length first. Get it close to length. There we go. Trim that off, set that aside for my next one. And then we're just going to wrap that back to the bend of the hook. Alright, those are a little long, so just going to trim them up a hair. And then my next thing I'm going to put on is, this is going to be the underbody for the fly to give it a little extra color, to brighten it up a little bit. I'm going to use, again, I'm going to take 2 strands of Krystal flash, this time gold, and I'm going to put on there, I'm going to fold them in half again and tie it down, and then I'm just going to hang that out the back. Next thing I'm going to do is tie on a piece of vinyl D-rib. Now the D-rib, you can barely see there, let me get it that way. You can see it has a flat bottom and a rounded top. So I'm going to tie that flat side up, and I'm going to go about a bead length, or a eye length, right behind that bead. I'm going to get it tied down as tight as I can, and then I'm going to pull tight towards the back. By pulling tight towards the back, it thins the body out a little bit, and I'm just going to wrap back to the bend of the hook. Okay. Now, got that on there. Now we're going to put the underbody on here, and I'm going to make this a little bit flashier. I'm just going to take those 4 strands of gold, and I'm just going to rib this the whole way up. Nice tight wrap so I get a good solid gold layer under there. And that's going to brighten this brown D-rib up. So we're just going to tie this off, and then I'll have enough to do another fly there. And then we're going to start our D-ribbon. I'm going to make sure I get that flat side to wrap down. And if you just put this brown over brown thread, it would be pretty dark. So this gold lightens it up a lot. And wrap it up there, and I like to stop it underneath. Alright, like that. Alright, make a couple extra wraps there, make sure it's secure. There we got our body. Now we're going to put our dubbing on here, and for dubbing, I'm using a little bit of Tungsten Peacock bronze. And it doesn't take much here, not much at all, because you already got built up with everything else, right? So just going to dub that on there. Make a couple wraps, make a nice little collar. And we'll finish it off, and that is all that's to this simple little fly, and it's going to be just a variation of a pheasant tail that looks really cool. So there you go, give it a try. Okay guys, I hope you liked that tie. It was a really easy one, didn't take you long to tie, and it has a great look to it. It has a really fish-catching look to it. Nice color, nice natural color to it, and a little bit of flashiness to catch your eyes, which is what I like. So that catches my eyes, and I know it catches the fish's too. So have fun tying, guys. If you need any of the stuff to tie it, like always, just hit us up on our website at holsingersflyshop.com. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at holsingersflyshop@gmail.com. Any of these flies that I tie in my videos, I tie to sell too. So, you know, if you're not a tyer, you like this video, and you want some of them, give me a shout. I'll tie them up for you and get them out in the mail to you. So, until next week when I bring you another video, guys, I'm Sean Holsinger.